Today, I would like to demo to everybody something called Razroo starter repos. Let's go ahead and let's share my screen and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here's a classic use case. You're a Razroo community architect. It's your job to create more scaffolds for the Razroo system for a Razroo point and click scaffolding. So you go into your Razroo code CMS, you've created all of your code, and now you're kind of curious as to exactly how it is you should test it in person. Well, that's what the Razroo React Starter is for. It's meant to be a sister GitHub repository or a sibling GitHub starter repository for you to actually use and test in your local code. So for instance, here we have a Razroo React starter. It's a React application. It's already been built. Here I've already gone ahead and cloned my repository. So now I want to test, okay, is this code that I've just created within Razroo, is it working as expected? So what I would do is I would then connect my local code editor to Razroo. Fantastic, it's now authenticating. I am now connected over to Razroo. And here, what I would do is then I would go back to, after I'm connected, I would go back to, or I would want to go over to my Razroo scaffold. So let's go ahead and let's click on this and let's go to the Razroo respective page. So I would just go to Razroo Community, React 18.2, React Scaffolds, React Component, and let's generate this React component that I've just created directly to my repo and make sure it's working as expected. Let's put in user stepper as the name for my component. For the path, I'm going to put it in libs. Okay, great. I'm going to generate this component and I'm going to generate it into my local code repo. And as you can see, I now have my code that I've just created from Razroo within my local code repository. So I can actually view here and see whether or not my code is working as expected. So I see that my imports, for instance, are off. So now I would go back into Razroo. I would go back into my code repository. I would go ahead and view my code that I've put within the Razroo code content management system. And I would view that way and make sure that it's working as expected. So let's just wait for the code content management system here to open. Okay, fantastic. So I'm back in here. And now we're going to go back into our SCSS file, and I can see, oh, okay, this actually is not working as expected. Instead, this should be .scss here, and this should be have a right import path this way. So I just wanted to share this. This was a feature request that a lot of people had of like, okay, I'm now a Razroo software architect. How can I'm a Razroo software architect. How can I, within the Razroo system, test my code locally? And this is a way via the starter repo. That link is there in that DNA page, so you can just click on it and find it that way. So there you go. And I'll be sending out this video to, if you're watching this, most likely you are a Razroo community architect, and welcome to the team.